Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we're going to have Duck. Duck is from Palm Springs in California in the USA. So let's see what Duck has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello, Ducky.
Hey, how are you, William?
I'm very well. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's a good day.
Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
So, how's your morning going so far?
So far, so good. It's Sunday, so did my laundry, and that's about it. So far, I'm going to an event this afternoon at the bar.
I see. I think Sunday is always a day for you to organize yourself for the week ahead, isn't it? It's
Right.
always today I was organizing myself as well. I was like, my goodness, when Sunday starts, you're already thinking about Monday, next week, how's things gonna go. So always like that on Sundays.
Right.
Tell me where you're from, Ducky.
Palm Springs, California. Well, that's where I live now, but I'm originally from Indiana, Peru.
Ah, okay. And why the move from Indiana to Palm Springs?
Well, so when I left Indiana when I was 21, I joined the Navy, moved to Virginia Beach in Norfolk, and then I moved to California after I was discharged from the Navy. And then was out here 8 years, moved to New York for 8 years, and then came back out here because to me, this is home. I love California. It's a beautiful place.
Uh-huh.
It never rains, which sucks, but the weather is beautiful.
And what's the best part of living in Palm Springs, in our opinion?
For me, it's the heat. I love the heat. And the mountains, the scenery is just absolutely very beautiful. The mountains, especially in the between now and March, the snow's on the mountains, so you can see that. It's like 25 minutes away if you want to go to the snow.
That's amazing. And how far is Indiana from California? It's a long way, or?
Yeah, it's a 5 hour flight. I went back last year when I graduated with my bachelor's degree to graduate.
I see. And all your family are back in Indiana.
Yes, they all still live in the same small town where I grew up.
And what do you do for a living, Doug?
Right now, I'm a medical case manager at DAP Health. It's an HIV organization. We just opened up to the public. So now anybody, you don't have to be HIV positive to go there, which is good.
Tell me a little bit about your job. Tell me a little bit about your job.
So I do medical case management. So what I do is I have a caseload of probably 108 clients, and if they need any assistance breaking barriers, getting insurance, food. We also have gas programs. So if they drive over 50 miles, we give them $40 in gas. And if they need somebody to talk to, I help them get appointments. We meet twice a year to go over individual service plans to make sure that they're staying on track of what they need to do and making sure that they're living the best life that they can.
Everything connected with HIV.
Yes, for case management, you have to be HIV positive to get our services. If not, we'll refer them out to Jewish Board Services or any other organizations that we partner with.
Amazing. Wow. Beautiful job for sure. I'm sure it's very fulfillment, like to know that you're helping other people.
I love it. I do. I really love I've been doing this. I've been working with adults and seniors for 12 years now since I lived in New York.
Wow, amazing. Ducky, before we start our journey, William the Magic Box, how would you like you to tell me something interesting about yourself?
Something interesting about me. Well, like I said, I'm from Peru, Indiana. So when I was, we have a circus in Indiana. And I was in the circus from the time I was 10 years old until I was 14. I did hand balancing, trampoline, tight wire, rolla bola, tumbling, and then I broke my wrist. So I that canceled me out of doing being in the circus.
Wow. So if this incident didn't happen, you're planning to carry on your career there?
Well, it would have been because it's an amateur circus, so it's kids from 3 years old all the way up to 18, and then you can be in there until you're 21 or you're not married. But once you get married, then you're no longer an amateur. But there are people, my friends still have. They went to perform in front of the Prince and Princess of Monte Carlo. They've been to, I think, Europe and other places. They do the 12-man pyramid on the high wire. So it would have been a good thing to do. Yeah.
Amazing. My goodness. Wow. I have a cousin of mine. I come from Brazil, a very small town, and the circus, they were coming to the city like once a year, and was like a big event because imagine a small city, there's not many things to go to see. So when a circus was coming, the whole city was very excited. And this cousin of mine, she met someone that was working the circus actually, and she went with them, literally with them, like so. And she was working there. She did some trapeze as well. I could see some pictures she was doing. Like, my goodness, I never thought that you could be involved in the circus. And yeah, and she had a lovely time. She enjoyed a lot. And yeah, it's always good fun, for
Yeah,
sure.
it was very fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Ducky, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Sure.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend. Full of random fun questions. I'm just going to play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first question. Let's do it.
Okay.
Right, before we start the game, if there is a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
First question for you is, what is one food you could eat for the rest of your life?
One food that I could eat for the rest of my life. I love chicken. So definitely chicken. I have it almost every day.
Do you like cooking?
I can grill. I can grill and bake, but not a make dinner type thing. I would much rather throw something in, quickly in the new wave. Yeah.
And is there anything that you don't like eat at all?
Well, I'm getting better. I used to be very picky when I ate. Like, I don't do anything on a bone. So grilled chicken from like KFC or bone chicken, it just grosses me out for some weird reason. So like turkey, or chicken breast or rotisserie chicken, I'll only eat the breast. The rest of it, I cannot do.
Even though those Saturday night when you come home like feeling tipsy, you just want to eat some fried chicken, even though you don't like to see the bone. It needs to be literally boneless.
Boneless, yeah. Like my friends, like when we come home on Sundays, because we go to Beer Bust, when we come home, we order pizza and wings. And I just found out that they just started doing boneless wings. So I'm like, okay, you guys order your wings, I'll order mine.
That's funny. That's fun. Let's do it. All right. Next question for you is, what 3 things do you want to be remembered for?
What do I want to be remembered for? Well, to be kind, my kindness and the charity work that I do, or supporting of organizations that I involved in, the Imperial Court of San Francisco, the Ducal Court of Alameda and Contra Costa County. Right now, I'm a leather title holder for Dick's Bar. I ran for Mr. Palm Springs, but I did not win, which is okay. But I still have my title, which I had an event last night. My first event was a toy drive for the Boys and Girls Club in Palm Springs. We have a truckload of toys and raised $325 in 2 hours. So,
oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that.
I think I had a few guests from the show from Palm Springs, and I believe that it's a very gay place. It's very
absolutely.
So being gay there, it's literally you can be yourself 100%. There are no like you can walk around the city holding hands. You can or there's some place that you need to be careful or not. It's completely gay.
No, it's mostly completely gay. I mean, all of the businesses are pretty much gay friendly. Um, and it's an older population out here. I probably, um, so it it is the gay mecca. And I love living out here because we can be open and don't get called that many names out here as you would in like LA, New York, or San Francisco, or even where I'm from. Um, but yeah, I love the community, and the good thing is everybody supports the community out here.
Mhm.
There were so many events going on last night that I was kind of nervous about how well my event was going to do, but it actually did pretty well for my
Right.
first event, and I was very, very, very proud of that.
Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Right, before the next question, as you mentioned at the beginning of the interview, that you're in the Navy, yeah? So tell me a little bit about your experience in the Navy and what do you miss the most about that experience in your life, that journey?
Well, the Navy was not a very good experience. I got in 2001 um, when I was 21 years old. Of course, I was don't ask, don't tell. So I was kicked out for being gay. I found out that I was HIV positive in the Navy. They told me, sign here, you're gonna die. So yeah, it wasn't a very good experience. I love the Navy. I'm working on getting my discharge upgraded right now. They started a program in 2018 for anybody that was in the military that was kicked out for discrimination, being HIV positive, harassment. Excuse me. So I'm actually waiting on my. I should have my decision by I think January or February of next year. But what I miss about it is I'm a Scorpio, so I love the water. I miss being on that aircraft carrier and going out to sea and you know, I worked 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and it was just absolutely beautiful. The first time I ever saw the ocean like light up with jellyfish. It was just it's a spectacular thing for me to see.
You meant to stay there for a while, but you just did a short period because of the discharge you had.
Yes, so I was supposed to be there for 4 years and I only served two.
I see. I see. I'm sure it was a bit traumatic for you to leave their experience because of the condition that you were at the time, I believe.
Oh, absolutely. I was 21 years old. I just found out that I was, HIV positive, and just coming out at that time, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I figured, they're like, I'm going to die. So I moved to San Francisco and got into a lot of wrong things, but
Mhm.
it's made me the person that I am, and I have great relationships because of the people that helped me, and then to the people where I am today, and I'm still friends with a lot of them. So
Nice. Yeah, I think those events in our lives, at the time when we face it, we are lost, we are sad, we don't see the big picture or the thing we are going through. But for sure, nowadays, the person you are today, I'm sure you understand more and you see clear the situation back then, for sure.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. By the way, Ducky, I think what you just said now, it's very powerful. And it's okay if I do like a teaser video to post on my social media to promote our interview? Yeah?
Absolutely.
Amazing. I think what you said now, it's a very good point because for sure, a lot of people, they went through as well the same. And also they maybe they're going through now, you never know. And just seeing someone that went through or talk about openly, for sure, you're going to be helping a lot of people for sure. Good. Thanks for sharing. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Next question is, where do you see yourself living when you retire?
well, well, this is a retirement place, so I guess here. Or I really would like to go abroad. To a different. I went to Puerto Vallarta for my first time, but for my birthday, which was in October. But I probably Spain.
Mm.
Barcelona or Madrid.
I see. You said before that you're a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio as well, but I'm November.
You're November. I'm the cusp, so I'm October 24th.
Oh, I see. Very beginning.
Very beginning.
Next question, let's do it. Right, next question for you is, what would be your theme song if you had your own show?
My theme song for my own show, huh? I would have to be a Cher song because I love I love Cher. Well, I actually it's an ABBA song. But Cher did it for and I'm trying to think.
Yes, I remember she did a few songs of ABBA, didn't she? She did a few songs.
Well, she did the whole album.
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
Mamma Mia.
Yes.
But it talks. Oh my goodness. It talks about a duck with a broken wing.
Anyway, it's gonna come along during the interview. It's gonna come along.
Yeah.
Let's see. But if you don't, we know already. That's one song of Cher for sure. And what's your top 3 songs, your favorite songs of Cher, if you can remember?
Top 3 songs. Well, Turn Back Time, definitely. Believe and
Believe it's something very, until now when you listen to it, you go like, my goodness, that's so fresh and new.
Yeah. And then oh my god, Cherokee. Yeah.
Right. Next one, let's do it. Next question for you is, oh, tough one. What is the most dramatic argument you ever had?
The most dramatic argument I've ever had. Probably trying to get my family to realize that even though I'm gay and positive, that I'm still the same person that I was growing up, and that you're not gonna get HIV from stupid stuff, sitting on the same toilet, sharing. My family had these perceptions when I came out, and that was one of the hardest things to get them to understand. Some of my family knew that you couldn't get it this way, but then some people, and I don't mean Republicans, or they would talk into my family's ears and tell them, oh, you can do this, you can get it this way, you can get it this way, and it caused a huge riff for a long time. But thank God that's a lot better now.
Oh yeah, that would be my second question. So they are okay now. They're more understanding, more open about it.
Oh, yeah. It took a long time, like 18 years, but they're more understanding and very accepting. And I was very thrown back and shocked of how my family reacted when I went back to Indiana last year to graduate. It was a very open, warm welcome opening, because I have there's 2 guys that are, well, there's 3 guys that are family to me here in Palm Springs. 3 of us were callers, and the other one used to live with them. So going back, all 4 of us going back, and then just the welcomeness that my family gave them was jaw-dropping, in my opinion. Wow. I was nervous and scared at the same time.
I'm sure you felt so relieved, and you feel like great knowing that they improved on their perception and understanding as well, and more open-minded now.
Yes, absolutely.
I think sometimes as well, like what I believe is sometimes, our family, our people, the close-minded people, sometimes like the people that we love or we care about, sometimes they need their time as well. They, they've been raised in a society that, implements so many rules and kind of blocks, so much information that sometimes, they need their time. As you is a good example. When you went there, you're afraid or scared, and suddenly it was the opposite. The way they, they welcome you. I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Yeah, good. Next question. Let's do it. Right, before the next one, as you're talking about HIV, I think nowadays, it's people, they are more and more understanding. They talk a lot about that. Actually, today I was going to the gym and I saw this advertisement about PrEP, in the bus stop. And I was like, my goodness, how amazing to see the information spread more and more and educating people. But saying that, in our opinion, what's the big stigma that people still have from HIV nowadays?
Well, I think that, in my opinion, I think the stigma is kind of going away. But what I'm seeing is people are not, say you get an STD and then you get treated for it. And then the next thing you know, they're like, oh, I got a play date right now. No. You need to wait your 7 days for the medicine to kick in, and then you can go do whatever you want to do. But excuse me, we live in a society now where everything is now satisfaction. So, which then causes, an outbreak or so I think that's the biggest thing, in my opinion, from working where I do, is that, people don't take the time to actually educate themselves, and just because you got a shot doesn't mean that it's going to be effective right now. You have to wait for it to kick in, and then you can go or use protection. If you have to go do it, then use protection.
I see. All right. Next question is, if you could ask for a miracle, what that would be?
A miracle? Well, for me, it would be to go back in time and not become positive. That would be my miracle for me.
Why you say that?
Because I think my life, even though I'm proud of where I am, I suffer from depression and anxiety because of that. And I that's one thing that I wish that, never had happened. If I wasn't lied to from the guy who gave it to me, I would have, and I had even told him, like, I like you, I still want to see you, but so-and-so said this, so I'm asking you. Oh no, I just do charity work for organizations, and so, and then come to find out 6 months later, I'm sick. So I think that if anything, the miracle would be that, I would still have some of my friends that I had lost because either I was gay or they're closed-minded.
I see. Yes, I think those events in life, it's something that, again, as you said, you have some, like depression, you suffer with that. And those events, it's sometimes difficult for you to, to take in, to fully understanding or accept as well. Even though you improve, you for sure now you understand a lot about it, but still there's something back of your mind that you're going to work out for a long period of your life, for sure.
Definitely.
Next question, ready?
Okay.
Let's do it. Next question is, if you could have a cup of tea, with a fictional character, who that would be and why?
A cup of tea with an actor?
A fictional character.
Oh, a fictional character. A cup of tea with a fictional character. Yes.
Or a cup of coffee, if you prefer.
Oh no, I like tea. But the fictional character, I guess Thor, maybe.
Oh, that would be a very interesting cup of tea.
You could always reheat my tea. That way it never goes cold.
And he uses something to send you away and come back again, like for the
right.
Do you like watching movies?
I like movies. Yeah, horror, sci-fi. I love. I'm a huge dragon. Um, even though I'm a monkey in the Chinese zodiac, but I feel like I'm a dragon. I have dragon tattoos all over my body, and they're very, very important to me, I guess.
Yes, actually, I made a note here to ask you about your tattoos, the meaning of them. I was checking your profile and I could see some pictures with your tattoos. So tell me, so the meaning of your tattoos, you said about dragons, there is any meaning behind or just the way of expressing yourself?
So for me, the dragons are they're mystical. They're very powerful and intimidating. Not that I think I'm intimidating, but I think that they're you notice them when you and you feel them. They have a huge heart because dragons' hearts are one of the most precious things in these sci-fi movies, or in general. Um, so I have the Mortal Kombat on my back from a guy who gave me one of my good friends when I moved to San Francisco. He gave me a CD case and it had the Mortal Kombat symbol, so I had that put on my back. This one is it's a head of a dragon here in the body, and it's going to go all the way down my leg,
Wow.
just to kind of like holding me, embracing me. And then I have double dragons here, just as an armband. And then I have an open wound here that's got 2 stitches on both sides. And then on this side, I have the Navy seal for being in the Navy.
Which one is the latest one?
It would be the body of the dragon.
And the very first one?
The very first one was the Navy. Oh, and then I've also got duck tattooed in Chinese or Japanese.
I see. Good one. Next question, Doug. Let's do it. Next question is, what was your favorite part about school?
Choir.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started in choir in like the 4th grade, and then I did it all through elementary school, and then junior high, and then high school. My teacher, he was he was absolutely Mr. Guston. He was amazing. Sweet guy, taught us everything. My first, I think it was my freshman year, we sang 7 songs out of the Messiah for our Christmas program, which we had the community come in and do it as well. And I still remember every time, the holidays come around, I just remember those songs pop in my head, like constantly over and over and over. He was amazing. He was also the band director for the circus. So, yeah.
Saying that, Ducky, when you think about Peru, like in Indiana, back home, what's the best memory that comes to your mind when you think about your hometown? And also, how was growing up there as a gay boy?
So, I mean, for me, it was like the summer times, the circus comes around, it's there a whole week. And we worked very hard during that week, but that was, the best. For me, it was the best time because everybody came in and people from Chicago and Michigan and Ohio and Kentucky. So you got to meet a lot of different people, and it was a lot. I mean, it was so crowded you couldn't walk through sometimes. And just growing up, like I just remember always wanting to go up there, and before I joined the circus. And growing up as a gay boy, it was very difficult. I remember I was sitting in my dad's green truck waiting on my mom to come out of Walgreens, and my dad saw these 2 guys walking by us in the parking lot holding hands, and he's like, don't look over there. I'm like, look at what? Like, I only see 2 people. And then growing up watching TV, like the first time I saw Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, my dad was like, why are you watching this? Like, this is not something that you watch. And I'm like, it's a movie. It's good. Like it was hilarious.
I want to
Like
be her. Imagine you say, I want to be her.
right. I want to wear those heels one day. But no, it was like, and it was very difficult because I knew I was different.
Yeah.
And one thing, my grandmother, my mom's mom, God rest her soul, she made me feel comfortable. I think she knew something was different because I remember one time walking in around Christmas time. We were walking into the store with my mom, and it was just my mom, my sister, and my grandma. And my grandma goes, "Oh, come on, Ann, let's be lesbians and hold hands and skip through the parking lot." And it made me laugh and it made me feel, comfortable. And that's one of my grandmother was she was a very beautiful, wonderful person.
Oh wow, that's a beautiful story. That's even though she didn't go, let's say she didn't kind of directed to you, but she opened the message. Okay, we can be yourself somehow. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Somehow she kind of comforted you. Okay, you can be yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm the same, like in the same boat as you, in the same boat as you, or I can be as well. You know what I mean? I love that. I love the message. Sweet. Next question, Doug. Let's do it. Next question is, what is your least favorite chore?
Ah, I don't mind cleaning, but I would have to say dishes. Unless there's a dishwasher, I hate doing dishes. I always cut myself. I always break a glass or a dish, or I'll stab myself if somebody puts a knife in the sink, not knowing that they're in there. So yeah, I would definitely say.
3 questions left for you, Doug. Let's do it. But before the next question, as I know how much you enjoy your job, you love your job, but there's always a challenging part. What that would be, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of challenging parts for being a case manager or working in the medical field, and as it is, death, being close to a client and losing a client is definitely one of the challenges. Seeing them go from being okay to slipping back into old habits and patterns, and then having to them to get back into that group. But again, it's only going to happen if they want it to happen. So
saying that, as you're saying, dealing with those situations, challenge situations, there's a lot of energy involved. How do you, let's say, protect yourself not to take these emotions back to your personal life, or this energy? Do you know what I mean? There is a mechanism that you use to, for you to kind of understand that you need to be compassionate, you need to be, but at the same time as well, you need to protect yourself.
Right.
And how do you do that?
So I used to have a dog when I would come home. He passed away in March. I had him 15 years. Would have been 15 years. But he was my support, my rock, I could come home and he would make me feel 100% better. I am learning how to handle that now that I've lost him. So to be honest, it's a work in progress. I was very, yeah, it's been a work in progress.
I see. Okay. 2 questions left for you. Okay, next question is, what makes you the saddest?
I guess people thinking that that you're not as prejudgment, I guess. What makes me the saddest, because I feel that I'm like a really good person. Yeah, I'm shy, especially when I get to know or to meet somebody. But I guess it's the pre notion. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Pre conceiver, whatever, that people think that I'm unapproachable.
And why do you think they think that? Why?
I
In your
have
opinion?
no idea. I have no idea. If I knew, I could change my, I could work on that better, I think. But I honestly don't know.
Having in Palm Springs, do you think have a relationship? It's easy in the gay scene, or is the same situation like big cities, like sex, easy sex? People that are looking for the next one. There is this concept in Palm Springs, or people you can maintain like a long relationship in the gay scene, in your opinion?
So I mean, out here it's a mixture.
Mm-hmm.
It's half and half, I would have to say.
Right.
Most of my friends are sex positive, and but have also been together for 28 years or 34 years. But then I've always been in well, I was married to my ex-husband, one person, but then I've been in triads and in quads most of my relationships. So I would say, yeah, it's a mixture.
I see. All right. Ready for the last question?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Last one. Okay, but before the last question, people watch the interview right now. Maybe they, are having a challenge situation regarding HIV, not themselves, but maybe a friend or someone who is dealing with, with HIV. What would be your best piece of advice for those people?
Um, First, educate yourself. Make sure that you know how you can get it, the risks, but also take into consideration that, um, one thing that I learned in the military when they told me that I was positive was we had to go through a week worth of therapy and group therapy, and then if you're in the military after that, you continue to do that every year. Was that rejection is the number one thing that we face, because people are going to reject you because they're not educated on the situation, and they're going to protect themselves, and there are people who are not going to want to date you or whatever because of your status. But that was 21 years ago. Now just make sure that you educate yourself and understand that you equals you. So if you're undetectable, you can't pass it on to somebody else. And we are actually now starting to be able to donate blood or plasma. They're looking at changing that law that the FDA has put into place, because at one point you couldn't donate blood if you're a man with having sex with men for 12 months. Then during the pandemic, they changed it to 6 months. Now they're trying to do a case-by-case basis, because not everybody, if you're undetectable, you can't pass it along. And they also had the first organ transplant from an HIV positive person who was undetectable to a non-HIV positive person during the pandemic.
Wow. Saying that, Duck, in your opinion, do you think the HIV they're gonna find a cure for it one day? Do you think?
So a cure, I hope. I know that the vaccine that they're working on looks promising, so that's good. I'm on Cabenuva, which is every 2-month injection for HIV. I know Gilead is coming out with a twice injection, so every 6 months. And then we also have PrEP as an injection, Aricept. So we're coming along pretty well with the HIV cures and medication. So I do believe, hopefully, by the time that they're always wanting to say, what is it, 2030 or something like that, they want to end HIV. So hopefully it'll come soon.
Amazing, very good. And you're gonna look back like in 10 years time back, you're gonna see this interview and people are gonna say he was so right.
I hope so. Yes.
Last question for you is, what is something you wish you could do every single day?
I wish I could do everything. I would wish I could see my mom every day.
Oh,
I love her. And then I hate the fact that she lives, 3,000 miles away. So
sweet. She's gonna watch the interview. She's gonna be so happy to know
I
that.
hope so.
Saying that, what's the biggest similarity between both of you and the biggest difference?
Similarity, we both can cry over a spilled cheese. Not, we're very emotional. Difference is I'm almost 6 foot, and she's like 5'5". We both my mom is completely white. She went completely white in her 30s.
Wow.
And I'm getting there. I started getting gray when I was 14.
My dad as well. Actually, my dad's like around 30. He was covered as well. And actually, sorry, I had haircut, so you cannot see, but you can see my beard here, getting gray. And I like it. I love it, actually. I like it. I just don't like when it grows just here. I want to be the whole all covered or more spread around. Like yours.
Right.
Yours very spread.
Yeah.
For me, it tends to come like on the side first. These big bunch of gray hair. Right, it's not the end yet. Okay, let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words and just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
Okay.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. Let's start with money.
Spending.
One word for family.
Love.
How about life?
Challenges.
How about love?
Love. Respect.
Sex.
Positive.
Politics.
Danger.
Religion.
Danger.
Fear.
Life.
Friendship.
Communication.
Desire.
Oh, love.
Regret.
None.
Success.
Oh, power.
One word for wish.
Hope.
Happiness.
Family.
One word for Peru, the city where you come from.
Music.
Why is that?
Cole Porter is from my hometown, Peru, Indiana.
Oh, wow. One word for Palm Springs.
Heat.
How about the USA?
Divided.
Okay. The last one now. HIV, one word.
Power.
Okay. Let's pretend I'm going to meet your best friend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your best friend, what is the most beautiful thing about Ducky, and what's something that he still needs to work on, to improve on? What your best friend would say?
Well, compassion, funny, smart, community, I guess.
Okay.
And then what I need to work on, they would probably say confidence, and feeling comfortable when speaking, I guess.
Interesting you say about being confident, because you come across a shy person. I realize that, but at the same time as well, you come across a very confident person at the same time.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, I could see, like, when you said about shy, your answers, I could see that you're kind of, because believe it or not, I'm very shy as well, but I could see the way you answer, but at the same time as well, the way we speak, the way you express yourself, come across a confident person for sure. The work in progress is working.
Right? Yes. I never thought I'd be doing this. I never thought I would do the Palm Springs, because you had to get up there and you had to give a speech, and then you had to answer questions right on the spot. So this is kind of the same thing.
I'm glad you took the challenge. I'm glad. You
Me too. Thank you for the opportunity.
You are talking and sharing your experience with the whole world.
Yes.
Let's play now, Ducky and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, you can ask me a question now.
So why do you do this?
Good question. You know what, Ducky? I think all of us, we come to this world for a reason. There's always something that, some of us, most of us, we spend our life trying to find our past, or what we come to this world for, what's something that give us pleasure of like working or doing something that we wake up every morning or going to sleep thinking about that. For a long period, like before 2020, I must say, when I talk to people, like friends or people around me or people who I met, and they said, "Oh, I love what I do. I wake up very feeling happy that knowing that I'm gonna work in this field or doing my profession." And I always admire those people. I'm like, my God, how does it feel for you to wake up every morning thinking that, knowing that you're gonna do what you love or what you came to this world for? Saying that, I strongly believe as well that everyone can do different things and still be very happy. Still, you know what I mean? Different path in life and still feel the happiest. But I was asking myself, my goodness, what's something that that I'd like to do that it brings me happiness? And 2020, when the world went upside down, with the COVID crisis, all of us, we found ourselves in a place that's, very confusing, a lot of, stress because didn't know what was happening. We never thought something like that before in the world. Imagine, you see the world literally stopping, like everything was literally. They say, I remember people like on social media find a way to survive, doing online classes, personal trainers connect with people. Not just that, other in different fields as well. People find a way to survive, And I went for a run one day in the park, and this idea literally came along, and I couldn't believe. I was like, my goodness, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create questions. I'm going to, put a lot of like random questions in a box. I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to start asking people around, like their point of views, to share their opinion and connect with people around the globe. So it's a dream. It's something that was hidden somewhere here that I was looking for. And suddenly, in the darkest time, it just flourished. It just came along. And I'm so happy that this idea came along, because I go to bed every night thinking about the Magic Box, and I wake up every single day thinking about the Magic Box. I have no idea. I feel so excited, like knowing that I'm going to meet like interesting person like you. I feel so excited that I know that someone is going to leave like a message in the show, and other people's going to connect as well. So it's so powerful that I feel so grateful that I could do that for 24 hours, no stop, because it brings me a lot of happiness, and I feel I forget that I'm recording. I just remember when I talk about it, because I completely forget. It's amazing, and yes, it's something that I found myself, in this project, that it's so powerful and makes me so happy that my closest friends who knows me very well, when they see the show, they go like, "Oh my goodness, William, I can see yourself there. It's so you doing the show." And it's just something that as I said before, it was hidden, that I was trying to find out, and suddenly just came along, and I'm so happy that I'm able to do that. So that's the reason. It's just expressing myself. The Magic Box about expressing myself and letting my guests as well be themselves and express themselves as well. So that's the whole reason.
Good. I love that. 2020 turned everything upside down, and I think that watching Facebook, and the feeds from everybody from the UK, like you guys come up with like these brilliant ideas during COVID. So it's amazing. Thank you for what
Yeah.
you're doing.
No, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for people because nowadays we are so busy with our own life. The world is so fast, and when someone take their time to share a dream with you, like we literally took 1 hour to you took your hour, like to share that experience with me. I feel very grateful because I know how busy we are nowadays. There's so much things happen in our lives and in the world as well that when someone take their time for you, I think it's a gift. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed
did.
it. Thanks so much. Thank you. And thanks so much again, Doug. Thanks so much for being so open and, share your personal events. And again, I'm sure people watching this interview, they're going to be grateful as well because, there are so many people around the world facing the same challenge as you did in the past and still dealing with, and all of us, I think we have all those, let's say, challenges in life. And when you share, it's kind of, we are freeing ourselves at the same time we are helping people as well. So thanks so much for being so open. And before you go, if you can share a positive message, something that you live by.
Something that I live by, family is important. And never go to bed mad. I always say I love you no matter what.
Very good. I think at the end of the day, everything comes down to our family. They're going to be there forever for us.
Yeah.
For sure. Thank you so much, okay? And enjoy your day, okay? Take care.
All right, you too. Ciao.
Bye-bye. Take care. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.